Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are back again. What's going on? Right Way Jay here. How are y'all? Excuse me. Clear visions. What can I say? We got to be able to look over what's going on right now. It's a lot of chaos going on in the world, and believe it or not, it's actually a good thing, to be honest with you. Because I really feel that now they're starting to listen. Now they're starting to hear us. And it's like, now we can start kind of putting together what we want, what we need, okay? My opinion, we need reparations. Point blank, period. We need reparations, okay? You give us the money. We have laws that already protect us because of the second Constitution. What is it? The 13th, 14th, 15th Amendment, and the Civil Rights laws were exclusively for African Americans. So you give us the reparations. You give us those laws right there. We get some land. Y'all leave us alone, and we'll be fine. You know, that's all we want. We just want. To quote Dr. King himself, the only thing we're saying to America is be true to what you said on paper. Now, it's interesting because I was reading this book here. Hold on for y'all real quick. Well, I'm not going to see that or not. It's pretty cool. It's got some real dope shit. It talks about monopolies, like, it's like any monopoly conveys the ultimate source of power, wealth, and control to a person, group, or business. When a business entity has a monopoly, it dominates and controls nearly all aspects of an industry and can use its massive power to raise barriers to control markets and bankrupt competitors. Okay. So that's what a monopoly is. Now, there are three monopolies: natural, collusive, shared. Let's take a look at them. Let's just see what we find out. The first stage is natural monopoly natural monopoly that protects things that are strategically vital to the government itself. In race matters, whiteness and all of its ramifications was always strategically vital and invaluable, entitling its bearer to wealth, privileges, authority, power, and certain inalienable rights. Okay. The United States Constitution codified whiteness as a national asset. Various state and local governments passed anti-miscegenation laws that defined whiteness and protected it from race mixing. So they kept it pure. Okay. So whiteness maintained power, and they wanted to make sure they kept it pure with anti-miscegenation. Also, whiteness maintains power, so you're codifying whiteness as a asset. Yeah. Wow. So that's a natural monopoly. Now, the second is a collusive monopoly. This monopoly exists when members of a tightly knit group of public agencies or private corporations enter into a specific agreement to control the marketplace or the wealth, power, and resources of a society over their common competitor. In race matters, it is a collusive monopoly when this nation continuously expands the definition of whiteness to include a hierarchy of ethnic groups. A hierarchy of ethnic groups. All right, my brain's starting to go somewhere. Because, I mean, there are many ethnic groups from all over the world. You have French, ethnic. You have Spanish, ethnic. Asian, ethnic. And they can be included in the whiteness hierarchy. Okay. Well, I'm just reading. Today, it includes a succession of immigrants from Europe, the Middle East, Spanish-speaking countries, and Asia. All of these groups are unified as members of the Caucasian race, with the exception of blacks and Asians. And according to Andrew Hacker, Asians are on probation to be classified as white. Immigration laws are examples of specific agreements that control marketplaces, wealth, and power. These laws establish new priorities for admissions: county of origin, family members who are already here, possession of needed skills, and the financial ability to purchase entry. This criteria is based towards immigrants with skin color that is more acceptable than black. Wow. That is crazy. Their skin color is more. So they really put us at the bottom. They really put us at the bottom. And then if you think about it, wait a second. Because if you think about it, when they go to the black neighborhood, like, because you got like the Arab stores and you got the Chinese stores and you got grocery stores, black people don't own any of those. So we're at the bottom. And we feed the other minorities that are in our neighborhood. But we just feed them and we don't get anything back. So, wow, we've really been getting fucked. We have really been getting fucked. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Last one. A shared monopoly. All right. This is a popular term used in the business world today. A shared monopoly is a composite of a collusive and natural monopoly. It reaches its maximum effectiveness when members of a group work together to control or derive competition out of the marketplace. Small businesses have federal antitrust laws to protect them from the power of large corporate monopolies. But there are no constitutional or government provisions that prevent the white society and its feeder immigrant groups from shutting blacks out of political and economic marketplaces. Wow. Now, when you think about that, to lock us out of political and economic, because if you think about it, we never really had any real political power. We never did. We had a lot of symbolism. We had a lot of we had figures that were there. We had the Congressional Black Caucus, and I mean, they're there and they've done things, but they really haven't. Like, because when I look at it, like, being that African Americans, we don't have like an economic base. That's what we need. We need an economic base of our own. And then with that economic base, we take that economic base and what we do is we buy politicians, right? Because politicians work off money, right? Politicians work off money. So if politicians work off money, we like, okay, for this politician, all right, we got $2 million. We need these laws passed right here. Get to it. And if we backing him, and then if he know, like, whoa, like, look here, we gonna do this for you. But if we do this for you, you got to make sure you follow through, because you don't want to see us when we upset. We like the Hulk. You don't want to see us when we get angry. Trust me. You do not want that to happen. So when the politicians know that, they're like, okay, Y'all got the bread. Y'all showed that y'all serious. I'm going to make this move for y'all. Okay, cool. So the politicians go, and what do? They get the legislations put through. They get the policies pushed through. They get all that pushed through. They get the police to stop. Okay? They get the police to stop. All right? And remind you, the economic base at level 1 is still controlling this. The economic base got the politician to do what we wanted them to do. The economic base got the politicians to stop the police. And then what else do we do with the economic base? Guess what? We got a whole lot of money. Now we can start putting out the images that we want. Now we can start putting out the videos that we want, the photos that we want, the sound that we want, because we have an economic base that is pushing it. Okay. So now we're pushing out the better images, and guess what else now? So now that we've accomplished that, there's one more level. One more. And I'll give you a guess. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give up? Education. Education is the last thing, because listen, I know how that's going to string some chords. I understand it. It is going to string some chords. It's going to strike people the wrong way. I get it, because I understand that, we've been talking, hey, go to college and grow up, and, I get it. But listen, imagine this. Imagine if you had all the money you needed, like when you was 18, like all the money you needed to get everything you needed to get done. And you had a sense of what to do. Like you was taught from a child, like, all right, this is what money is. This is what it do. This is how you use it. So when you turn 18, you're going to get this amount of money, and then you're going to work like this. Or at least give them a foundation, because of course he or she is going to find their own way, but I'm just laying that out right there. So what I'm saying is, that's why I say education is that's to me, because here's the thing. Take away everything I just said. Take away the little 5 thing I just said. Take all that away. And you go straight to education first. When you get that education, you got to go back to some kind of economic base to build wealth for yourself. Now, depending on what economic route you go, will determine a whole lot about you. Because you will have to fold on certain things. That's why I say, because and understand that when you go into those different economic bases, all of them, they practice those 5 steps that I'm about to say. But going back to it, now, let's say, now bring everything back. All right, you bring back the economic base. You bring back got the politicians. You bring back we got the police calm down. You bring back we got the media. And now we're going to hit the stage 5 and you got the education. After you get the education, okay? After you get the education, then you can come back down to your economic base, okay? And once you come back down to your economic base, you can then build that wealth for yourself with your people, because they got you up there. It's like a tree. The economic base is the root, and then it's like a tree. We grow up, and then we rain back down, and then we spread out, and then we keep growing. The economic base keeps growing, and we keep growing up. That's how it works. Okay? Now, I thank you all again. I appreciate you all for listening. Right way, Jay. 2 fingers to the next time. Clear visions.